chat. Let me zoom out a little bit here. How's it going, everybody? We're live with another live stream. 1 second. One second, chat. Good morning. Market's going ham. I mean, let's just take a look at Amazon really quickly. 12.8% pre-market. Almost all-time high pre-market. Microsoft's down a little bit, which is anticipated. Google's up 1.4%. Lovely for my options. Meta's up 2%. Okay, nice recovery. But crazy day with Amazon earnings. Markets are already going to be ridiculous. We didn't end up filling out that new day opening gap, but I am extremely bullish, guys. I am extremely bullish. I do think that we're just going to open and rip. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. Let's make 10 bands today. Let's make more than that. All right, chat. So what I'm looking at right now is I want to keep that bullish bias. Work out minute open really quickly before I continue speaking. I want to keep that bullish bias, chat. But maybe you want to see some manipulation below midnight open, those relative equal lows. As you can see going into this session, what can you identify right now, chat? What can you identify that we are doing going into this AM session? What can you identify? Let's see if you guys can guess it. What stage are we in? Happy Friday, happy Friday. We're still accumulating. We're still accumulating, which means 9:30 needs to bring us what? The manipulation. So usually in prior profiles, you would see 9:30 go like this. We'd go rally and then 9:30 would go boom, 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 and rip up higher again and barely manipulate. But now we've been doing this. And I want to see 9:30 manipulate and then turn up and actually give us a leg of manipulation this time. Because, and the reason why this is accumulation is because you can see midnight open is inside of that range still. So hopefully 9:30 can give us a little bit of dump, but I'm bullish either way. Like you're looking at Amazon right here, 13% up pre-market. It's going to have a ridiculously good day. Let's see what the semis are doing. Dell's up 3%. AMD's up 5%. We're going to have another ridiculously bullish day, chat. Another ridiculously bullish day. I'm excited. But if we can get a little bit of bearish manipulation, then I am ready for a nice juicy long, chat. How's everyone's morning? How is everybody's morning? Anybody catch trades? Anyone catch any pre-market balls deep trades? It is almost 9:30, guys. 1 second. Let me load up Tradeovate. One second, chat. Okay, we're good. There we go. 9:30 in. A little bit of bearishness. See if we can get a little bit of manipulation towards these lows here. Go back to midnight open. Preserve these relative equal highs. You can see at midnight open or at market open, things that are catching eye right now is Nvidia, Meta. Reddit's down 18%. Wow. With positive earnings. Amazon's 12% gap up, which is ridiculous. And then we scroll down to the semis. You can see Dell's up 4% after a 9% day. AMD's up 6%. Intel's up 6%. So let's see if we can have a good day today. So far, it's going to be probably a crazy bullish rally. Nothing for me, right? No manipulation leg for me. It's literally just wicking. Nothing to engage in yet. It's going to pump without us, then let it pump without us. One of the things you guys have to understand is you cannot force yourself into a position. All right. You can't do that. That is how you lose. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a bearish rally, because then that would give us a beautiful entry. But I am going to be open to taking IOFED today to the upside, because I am pretty confident in this long bias. Let's see if we can catch something beautiful, guys. No, not engaging any longs just yet. There's not even a retracement into an inefficiency. As you can see, there's not even a 5-minute gap there. The only thing that it has done so far is traded into this 5-minute inversion fair value gap right here at 9:30. But it is just going to completely rip right now. I think the markets are going to go to all-time highs. I think the markets are going to all-time highs on the NASDAQ. So let's see if we can find any IOFED or anything. I don't think this is manipulation. I do think this is distribution right now. Bullish bias all the way right now. See, in the discount, we can have a beautiful rally. Then 9:30 just turns it up. So hopefully we can find a setup today. But this week has been a little bit manually intervened with these earning calls. Meta's up 3%, which is great. After that big drop, this is a good recovery. Let's look at Amazon again. Amazon's up 13%. Crazy. Microsoft's up 2% after that rally. Google's up 2.6%. My options are doing great today, chat. My options are doing great today. I'm getting in. Did you see that? Gained almost 1 trillion. Or more than 11. More than 1 trillion. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, no. Yesterday and today are going to be crazy markets. Crazy days in the markets. Crazy days in the markets. Second. Look at this pump right now, guys. It's all manual intervention. Don't chase this. I'm happy because I'm sitting here looking at my options going ridiculous. Let's see what Dell's now. Dell's up 6%. That's so ridiculous. Amazon's up 14%. Google's up 3%. We're about to, I told y'all that it was a time to buy. Chase the pump. I anticipate that we might have a little bit of manipulation just into a 1-minute fair value gap, you know? Take an IOFED entry. Where's our target here on this hourly? We're going up here. Already up 1.5% on the NASDAQ. Ridiculous what we're having right now. These buying profiles is just market open and just buy. Look at the size of these candles as well, chat. The size of these candles are ridiculous. My options accounts are doing crazy. How you doing today? I'm doing great. Trying not to jump into anything too early, but we're seeing what we can get. I'm up $8,000 today on my option account right now. I am up $8,000 right now on my options. W. Okay, hopefully we can get something. Like, you know, we're looking at Amazon here. It's up 14%. Reddit down a lot, but other than that, all the other markets are ripping, and even the semis, right? Dell, AMD. Where's Intel? Intel, like all the markets are ripping right now. So if we can get just a little bit of offered sell side, I'm going to take that. That is not enough for me. Can't believe I closed my long right before market open. No way, bro. I mean, did you make money? There's a 10-minute inversion for value. I know there was an inversion for value gap retracement right here. I'm just not like, bro, come on. That's not my model. I'm not. You guys have to understand, bro. Like, just because markets are ripping like crazy right now, bro, I'm not going to. Your goal, like, I can't stress this enough. Your goal is not to force into every position. If you're not seeing your model, guess what? You just don't have a trade. Stop trying to take every move. Like, stop trying to take every single move in the market. If you don't have a model, you don't have a model. You don't trade. You need a model. You need a system. Because the market is not going to stay in this bullish rally forever. Getting a little bit of retracement here. I'm just keeping an eye on the stocks right now. Stocks that I'm keeping an eye on. I'm looking at. Amazon's at 14%. Crazy. All-time highs almost. In one day. What's up, Deej? Okay, we're retracing into this lower gap now, not this one. Let's see if we can get into this lower gap here. Hopefully. Hopefully we can jump into that lower fair value gap, maybe see anything. Second. Okay, not a bad reaction there. See if we can get a little bit more bearishness. A little bit more bearishness there, chat. That's nice. Okay, let it. I hope it goes down more. Like, the more it goes down, the better. And you're kind of like, oh, look, it's 930 manipulation. Guys, Amazon's up 14%. All the markets are going crazy. I'm not looking for shorts. I'm cutting risk for sure. Okay, we're getting a little bit of an inversion there. That's nice. There we go. I'm not taking these shorts though, guys. I'm still bullish. Like, for me to be bearish, I would need to see a better body reaction in 6 minutes with assuming these highs. What is driving us lower right now, guys? What is driving us lower? What's turning down? Because Amazon's still ripping. All the other markets are still ripping. This is all temporary. I'm definitely not taking a short right now, guys. Definitely not taking this short. I know it looks like a beautiful setup for my model, but you have to remember that daily bias. Look at ES. ES is probably decoupled. No, it's not. What is this rally coming from, guys? Why? Like, all the markets are green right now. Apple? I guess, but compared to all the other markets, like, I don't know. Let's see. For me to be bearish, guys, I would need to see a 5-minute I need to wait 5 minutes and wait for a 15-minute reaction there. I can't take this inversion fair value gap setup. This is just not. To me, it looks like it's still gonna 930 chop a little bit. Look how it engineered highs there, though. If we can rip down lower to midnight open, bounce off of it, take a long inversion there, bounce back up to that high, that would be beautiful. But it looks to me like it's retracing right now. Okay, we're at an OTE level. We're at an OTE level and we're in a 15-minute gap. But look at that wick right there. If we get a body reaction, if we invert this 15-minute, I'm bearish, all right? Okay, chat. And why you're probably asking, like, Ben, why are you not taking these inversions? Like, look, this was your perfect model setup. You should be in short right now. Like, Ben, look, body closure, you should be in a short right now, like this. Down to these lows. You should be in a short right now, Ben. I'm sorry, but I am not shorting when I'm looking at all these markets being extremely green and in a crazy buy profile. I know there's that new day opening gap, but We're already up 1.5%, and there's a 15-minute gap right there. Like, again, guys, I'm a little picky when it comes to my system, and I think what it's doing is it's trading to OTE. We're in OTE right now, and we're in that 15-minute gap. I think what's happening is we're trading to OTE, and then we're going to turn up. Let's see if we can get a 1-minute inversion fair value gap here to the upside. Again, it really depends, right? Like, we got that manipulation. A lot of people are in short right now. Let's see if we can get a 15-minute inversion or a 1-minute inversion. Looks like it's trading this gap and wants to continue down lower, but we're going to be patient. Patience, patience, patience. I know all of y'all have FOMO right now. From extreme bullish to extreme bearish? No, I'm not extremely bearish. I'm still a little bit bullish. I need to see this 15-minute inverted for me to be bearish. If that 15-minute gets inverted, chat, I'll then target the new day opening gap. But I highly doubt that. I mean, like, we could. If we invert that, I'll go for that. But I still think we're in that bullish profile. Again, I'm just not taking that, dude. I'm not taking that inversion up there. I'm not taking that. Like, I understand Apple is down 10% and Apple's a $4 trillion company. But Nvidia is positive, Meta is positive, Microsoft positive, Amazon positive, Intel positive, AMD positive, Dell positive. You know, so I think this is the manipulation of the day. Remember, what happens in Power of Three, guys, is the manipulation isn't a pattern. It's not that. Manipulation is a false move with speed to the opposite direction of your higher time frame bias. So if price goes like this and then that, this is still the manipulation. So that's what you have to remember. We haven't, although we traded past the 15-minute, we haven't inverted it because there's still a minute and 45 seconds left in this candle, guys. So I'm not bearish yet. Just watch 200 points walk out by. That's sometimes you have to do that, guys. Like, you guys have to understand, bro. Getting into a trade when it's not your model is worse than losing a trade. I will be bearish. We'll catch something because I'll identify that we'll go down to this new day opening gap once we can invert that and flip that 15-minute. I hope nobody is chasing into this right now. I know a lot of you guys have FOMO, but the discipline that you're developing by watching this happen is really going to make you a lot of money long term. To me, let's see real quick. Look at that 4 hour. I do think we can go down to that 4 hour gap, to be honest. So, I mean, we're bouncing off minute open. This is really the deciding factor on if we're bullish or bearish. If we can body past minute open, we're good. But one thing I want you guys to keep note of is, look, bounce off midnight open, reversal. Bounce off midnight open, reversal. Bounce off midnight open, question mark. We'll see if we can find something there. Isn't this textbook AMD shorts? No. The pattern is, you guys have to understand, if you're a pattern trader, then sure, textbook AMD shorts. I'm not a pattern trader. You have to trade narrative first. When it's not in your narrative, no matter what setup shows, it's not your trade. We have a 15-minute inversion here. Now I think we can anticipate that we go down to that new opening gap, but I still think we're going to get a reversal to the upside, because if you look closer, guys, we're still in a little bit of a chop. I do think those highs can get tested again. Amazon's getting a little bit of push down here. Apple's slightly pushing back up again. I think what's going to happen is Apple could potentially recover a little bit, and that's going to cause price action to turn up. I think this is a little bit of an intraday manipulation leg. I still think we're going to continue that bullish bias, guys. Why is it, bro? We did invert that 15-minute, but let's see what happens here, because looks like a turtle soup on these highs, but on that daily chart, like, I don't see us closing as a daily bearish candle. I do see us potentially filling out this gap and then turning back up higher, but closing as a bearish candle, I'm not too sure about. We created relative equal highs here. I mean, like, we'll see. We have a lot of inefficiencies and low-hanging fruit there that we could potentially trade to. And it's not even, guys, we're 15 minutes into 9:30. If you think that this can't be manipulation, then you're cooked. Second. It's gonna dump like crazy. Then let it dump like crazy, guys. Let it dump like crazy. I'd rather be picky and barely catch any entries this week than go against my model and catch a trade. Going against your model and catching a trade is worse than blowing your accounts, because then it tells your brain that that's how you need to make money, is to go against your model and catch moves. Let's look at the markets here. Apple's slightly recovering. Amazon's backed up to 13. You can see we're slightly turning up here. All right, I'm turning off my chat. You guys are being idiots. Sorry. Not reading chat. The whole chat is spammed with, bro, you're missing longs. You're missing longs. Turns. Bro, you're missing shorts. You missed the whole move, bro. Oh, I'm in longs up $10,000, bro. Oh, I'm in shorts. I'm up 10,000. Like, get the fuck. Y'all are so, like, bro, I'm sorry. But if you are the people commenting that, y'all are so unprofitable, bro. Patience, guys. Patience, patience, patience. It's not even the 950 macro. Let's see what the 950 macro can deliver. I know it's looking like it's completely falling to the lows, but so far my model has not shown up in many days. This is a pattern model, yes, but my model with my narrative has not shown up. So we'll see. I love the speed that we're finally getting, though, in the markets. It's about time. Just let it go, guys. Let it go. Let it go. Don't be emotionally attached to any move. Don't be emotionally attached to any single move, chat. Don't. I'm telling you, that is how you lose all of your accounts. Even if you win today or you won yesterday, if you learn how to be emotionally attached to moves, you're cooked. Look, we're trading into this gap here. Look what we did though, prior to pushing down lower. This is what I'm keeping my eye on. Relative equal high, relative equal high. Look at that, engineered highs. Trading down into that new day opening gap. Filling it out, turning back up higher. We're pushing into that new day opening gap. The NASDAQ has completely, in the span of a few minutes, wiped out 1.4% of the market, which is ridiculous. But that goes to show you how many of you guys were typing in my chat saying, bro, you're missing longs, this, that, when we were pushing up higher here. You're like, bro, what are you doing? You're missing longs. You need to get in longs, bro. You missed the move. And then it dumps. All of you guys, the reason why a lot of traders are unprofitable is because they see a move happen and then they think they missed it. And then what does that mindset give them? What does this do? When you see a price action move, it goes without them like, fuck, I missed it. Now you have FOMO. That mindset, oh, you missed the trade, tells me that you don't know how to properly trade consistently, because that is introducing FOMO into your mind. That's introducing FOMO into your trading system. Amazon's still a diamond in the rough like that. Wow. Dell reversed a little bit. AMD reversed. Still up 2% though. Intel still up 2%. Markets have reversed quite a bit though. But you can see we're kind of rejecting as we're pushing into that new day opening gap. Patience. Patience, 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 guys. All right, I'm gonna start banning all the retards in my chat. Sorry, bro, but like, It's been like 2 weeks consistently. Ever since I got like a flood of new viewers, I haven't filtered them out. So let me see. Reading chat history. Hold on. But patience, guys. Look at this rejection right here. I love how the entire chat's filled with FOMO right now, guys. Guys, don't worry. All right, a trade is gonna come. Don't chase into FOMO. Lio, I know you're good, bro. Patience, patience, patience. Look at this bullish reaction here. Look at this bullish reaction that we're getting. No, I'm looking for longs. Still have a bullish bias. See if we can get... I need a lot more than that. I need inversions. 5-minute inversions. Or that 3-minute inversion right there. You can see it trades into that gap. So now the fact that it traded into this gap and it's pushing down lower tells us that this is a very relevant fair value gap. So if we can invert that, oof. Don't worry, he only bans Koreans. Bro, that was like a year ago. Y'all still remember that? Still pushing down lower right now. Nothing to mainly intervene in. Nothing to engage or intervene in, chat. Stay disciplined. Stay disciplantes. Still ripping. Nothing to engage yet. Guys, what I'm looking at is the fact that it left relative equal highs. That's engineered liquidity. Now it's trading into this new day opening gap. See how we're in this new day opening gap now? Look how the speed of price action has changed from this to this. Sit on your hands and be patient. Sit on your hands and be patient, chat. We're in a 4-hour gap too. I'm gonna mark that out. 10 a.m.'s coming up soon. We're in that 950 macro. I want to see 10 a.m. trigger a reversal, guys. If 10 a.m. can trigger a reversal, that would be beautiful. Remember what I said, how we needed to see manipulation, guys? If you draw out a line from the high of the consolidation, look how much we've manipulated. That's not a lot of manipulation. If you don't get me wrong, it is, but that's not a lot of manipulation, chat. This is not a lot of manipulation. We haven't moved that much out of either side of the consolidation. Look how we're rejecting off that 4-hour gap and that new day opening gap right there. Let's see if 10 a.m. can trigger a potential rally and break structure to these highs and invert that gap there. Keeping an eye on that 3-minute gap. That 3-minute gap, break up on midnight open, I'm souping into a long. Let me read this guy's chat history. Do you bot viewers on YT? Okay. And if we had to go for shorts, then where's the setup? Just straight dump, gambler catch this? No, you don't want to catch. You don't want to try to just get into a position just because it's ripping lower. Just like you don't want to try to get into a position because it's ripping higher. If you do that, if you just force yourself into a short, even if it ends up working today, you're going to end up catching trades like this, where you see there's a 1 minute fair value gap. It trades into that 1 minute gap, and then boom, you're sold. That is the setup you'll learn how to take if you chase into a short right now. Look at the rejection we're getting off that right there. Thank you, David. ES relative equal highs. Yeah, and same with NQ. Relative equal highs up here on ES and NQ as well. Relative equal highs all the way up here. Okay, we're starting to turn up. Look at that rejection off that new day opening gap. Taps into that new day opening gap, turns back up higher a little bit. Let's see if we can get an hour body reaction up near the midnight open price level. 3 minute inversion coming up soon. Look at that. That stop loss is 100 points. The amount of like volume we have in the markets right now is ridiculous. Patience, guys. I need to wait for a body reaction. That's the thing, though. Gotta wait 3 minutes. We have a 2 minute version there. I mean, I guess if we body above midnight open as well, I can take that trade up here because I can still go for that high up there, and that's still a good RR, you know? Right now, we're still in that 3 minute. Gotta get my calculator out. So it looks like we will still want to sell off. So I'm not getting into a trade. There's not enough bullish rallying here. I kind of want to see a break above midnight open before I get into a long. But you can see we are clearly bouncing off that new day opening gap. Let's see if we want to return back down and fill a little bit more of it, because we didn't really fill that much of it. But let's see. Let's see, chat. Y'all see what's going on in Spain right now? I'm going there in a couple weeks. It went from new day opening gap to new day opening gap, by the way, guys. If you look at this, it's Friday's new day opening gap. Look. It's literally, price action has literally bounced from new day opening gap to Friday to new day opening gap. And this is a Friday new day opening gap. This is a Friday new day opening gap. So it literally went boom, boom. It's still ranging in between that too. That gives me another reason why I think we're going to turn up. We left those relative equal highs up there, so. It's consolidating again, which I kind of like. It's reaccumulating, getting enough orders to turn back up higher. I want to see 10 a.m. though, a little bit higher. I want to see us push a little bit higher right now for a good 10 a.m. close. You have 30 seconds. If we can close up here for 10 a.m., that's beautiful. But I am anticipating a little bit of speed to the upside for this 10 a.m. rally. Apple's pushing down a little bit lower, but Amazon's ripping up higher again. Dell's not moving that much. AMD still not moving that much as well anymore. Why didn't you take shorts? If you were bearish, then this is beautiful power of 3, but I was not bearish. I was bullish. Whenever something forms and it's in the opposite area of your bias, then you don't touch it. Just because you see your setup form doesn't mean you touch it. It needs to fall in the right lines of your bias and narrative. You guys will see. I've been coasting around the same price level for about 2 weeks. But you guys will see. It's just not a good month for my system. When my system shows up, let's say if it's next month, all the time that usually unprofitable traders would spend losing and blowing accounts, I've maintained the same accounts. And then you're going to see us go for crazy payouts. We're retesting that new day opening gap right now. 10 a.m. is coming in, I think what it's doing is setting the low of the candle, and then we can potentially turn up. I am looking at this 15 minute now. See if we can push back up higher there, break above midnight open, then look for a little bit of a long. I do need a lot more bullishness than this. This is just reaccumulation. It can easily still turn down lower. Not enough information for me to engage into longs. So far, it looks like it's trading into this 15-minute gap, 5-minute gap, and then just turning down. But you can see that we do have that new 4-hour candle, and it bodied above that fair value gap after trading into that inefficiency. So let's see what happens. So far, it looks like it wants to continue down a bearish bias, but we'll see. So if I'm winning when you're losing, what does that mean? Nothing. Long term, I have way more payouts and money made in the markets than you. So why is that? You can win more than me. I could lose for 2 weeks straight and you could win for 2 weeks straight. I'm still a better trader. Ben going full risk? No, I'm not going full risk. Oh, why did I pin a message? What message did I pin? Oops. Like, I'm not saying that with being mean or aggressive. I'm saying that with like genuine honesty. It's like, I could go in a 2-month losing streak and you could go in a 2-month winning streak. That doesn't make you a better trader. Like and that goes for anybody. You could have caught the shorts from the high to the low here. Doesn't make you a better trader. Long term, I manage my risk. I manage my portfolio. Long term, my system prevails because I've been trading it and it's a profitable system and I have the mental discipline to stick to it even in days where I have FOMO. Now, I don't really have that much FOMO right now. If it does rip, I probably will have a little bit of FOMO. I might get off. But what I think is happening right now is it's going to fill out up to 50% of this new day opening gap and then it'll bounce back up higher. Look at this candle. This candle filled out all of the new day opening gap. Before we got the reversal, if you look at before we got the reversal, if you look at the new day opening gap that we drew out, the candle filled out all of it plus more, and then it turned down. That's exactly what can happen here. We can fill all of it and then turn up. So don't think it's too late just because it's trading past consequent correction. New day opening gaps and new week opening gaps are not fair value gaps. They're completely different. They're trade differently. You do realize everyone can say the same shit that you do, buddy. Like what? Except they can't make $500,000 in payouts documented on live stream in front of thousands of people watching them. Asian JJ3. I've been following you for about 6 weeks. You've definitely been a losing trader the entire time. Not true, because 4 weeks ago we got a very nice payout. Waiting for a reaction here. Want to see that not 15 minute, that new day opening gap give us a beautiful reaction. No trades, not yet. Chat's ruthless today? No, they're just all signal bots, bro. Oh, TGR lost a trade. He longed. Where did he long? Up here? Don't tell me he longed there. I know you all are so fiending to get into a short right now. I know. What? Bro, Reddit is down 21%. From its all-time high, it is... Oh my gosh, that's 100%. Bro, if you get into a position right now and it goes back to all-time highs, you're doubling your money. That is ridiculous. Poor Reddit investors. Look at Amazon though, still skyrocketing. Okay, we're about to fill out that whole new day opening gap. Longs are still in the picture, guys. Tesla below 300 bucks. I've always not been a fan of Tesla. Since 2021, chat, it's been chopping. If you invested at the high of 2021, in 2026, you would be break even. If you invested, that's not even the high of 2021. The high of 2021, you'll be in the negatives. If you invested in 2023, or no, hold on. If you invested in 2022 at a random time, you'd be in the negatives. I'm just not a fan of Tesla. Let's go back up and watch the markets. Look at the markets reversing heavy right now. But look, we filled out the entire new day opening gap. Now is the point to see if we're going to get a reversal or not. If we aren't, we're probably going to target this gap down here. But we filled out the entire new day opening gap. Now we'll see. We still left those relative equal highs. Let's see if we can get a beautiful shift in structure above these highs. This is what I'm looking at right now, guys. We can break this high here. I can get into a long. I'm not going to catch the inversion fair value gaps down here. There aren't any in the first place. There's an inversion right there. I might take that. If we can invert that 3-minute gap, turn up to this high and break this, I'll look for a rally back up to this high here. But so far, I'm just going to sit on my hands. I haven't taken a position yet. Guys, no position is a good position. All right? If you don't feel like you should be taking it, don't take it, even if it's your system. Crazy that Microsoft is still up. Yeah, no, Microsoft is doing ridiculous. I'm making so much money on Microsoft right now. Why do you fill your orders on Tradeovate instead of TradingView? Because when you copy trade multiple accounts, you have to put it on Tradeovate. It's dropped because of the mass invasion that's happening in Spain. Bro, the NASDAQ, the US economy is not dropping because 40,000 immigrants are rushing into Spain. No trades today? Yeah, no trades today yet. No trades today yet, chat. If you want to force into a trade, then go for it. I'm going to wait until I'm confident in a system. That's why you don't care about missing these trades, because you're already so up on options. That's not true. Obviously I would care about missing trades. I still make money in futures trading. Just because I'm up in something else doesn't mean I don't want to make money in something else. Look at this dump, bro. We were up. Look at this candle. Look at this candle. From market open, if this is bearish for the rest of the day, we manipulated 1.5% of the stock market. Guys, if it dumps for the rest of the day, then guess what? No trade again. Are y'all going to complain over no trade? Let's go. Stay disciplined, guys. Remember what makes profitable traders. Discipline, patience, risk management. Not catching every move of the rest of the year. Or price action. Oh, it's just, this is, if you could put price action in a scary movie, it would be this. Insanely bullish price action. And then just a falling knife. I don't know how someone can go for shorts just because the market's falling. There's no entry setup there. Well, everyone has a different entry setup. Some people take turtle soups. Some people pattern trade inversion fair value gaps. Like I 100% bet you that they were bullish off the start of the day. Then when they saw an inversion, they took that. Some people take breaks out of midnight open. Some people take consolidation expansion trades. Some people there's a bunch of different models in the system for people to be short. But for me, there wasn't mine. So you're just going to wait for it. See if we can get a better reaction here. All right, Jose, I'm sorry, but you're out. He got into shorts. I think, listen, guys, the only valid entry, like even this, like if when I saw that 15-minute invert, to take shorts to anticipate that we're going to move that much lower on that 15-minute inversion is even still like, it's not for me in my model, it's not sustainable. We're going to wait because watch, we're 3 minutes away. Get a crazy rip like this and boom, all of a sudden everyone and their moms are bullish. I would say for me to walk away, we would need to trade down below these lows. If we trade below those lows, then I'm out. But we're in that monthly fair value gap. I think what's going to happen is we're probably going to chop a little bit, but I do think we're getting a reversal to the all-time highs. Like I would probably put in an option call here on the NASDAQ. Yeah, I blew right past midnight open. Some people have a model where if price action just breaks midnight open, they take a short or a long. I don't like that specifically, but a lot of people have that as a model. You didn't trade today? Yeah, I didn't trade yesterday or today so far. I can still find a trade today, but just be patiently waiting for my setup. And when I get it, it'll be good. But for now, I'm just not engaging in too much. One second. Yeah, what is going on in Spain is pretty crazy, though. Brent, can you give me tips, bro? Just blew my first eval the other day. I don't know what to do anymore. Brother, what? That's like saying you're a soccer goalie and you let someone score on you for the first time. You don't know what to do anymore. Bro, that's like saying you're learning how to swim and you got your hair wet and you don't know what to do anymore. Brother, it happens. Oh, bro, you FOMO 3 days in a row? Me? How is not taking a trade FOMOing? Fear of missing out means you get into a position because you have a fear of missing out. Burnt your first ever eval. It's over for sure. All right, let's see if we can get this here. Still like it's couching like a falling knife, so we do need to see a lot more. Look at this reversal that we had. It's filled out all Nvidia filled out the whole new day opening gap. Meta has traded into it. Microsoft is pushing down a little bit lower here. You can see Reddit's down 22%. Amazon's still holding up. Dell's about to inverse negative here, which is crazy. This reversal was ridiculous. Excuse me. I blew my 50K PA, but I just passed 100K eval. Nice. No, we don't trade on MetaTrader 5. That's for CFD. We trade futures, brother. Patience, guys. Patience, patience, patience. If we don't see anything, we don't see anything. My cutoff time is 10:30. Cutoff time is 10:30. There's still all the room in the world for something to show up and present itself. What a weird day today, though, chat. Like, what a weird day. We move from the low of we move up 1%, and then we push down lower 2%. But look at what happened. You know what? You know what I think is gonna happen, chat? Look at which day was it? It was like this. AM session rips down lower, rips up higher, then rips down lower again, like the FOMC day. Looks like a beautiful sell profile, but again, just not my thing. We'll wait and patiently see. You just married your bias, that's it? I don't think so. I think it's called discipline. And your patience is top notch. Ha ha ha. The shit talking motherfuckers be pissing me off. Yeah, what I'm gonna do in the future, I might, wait, hold on. Can I do that now? Hold on. Oh, I can't. I have to do it till I end stream. Bro, my block list goes deep. We're getting a little bit of rejection here. Hopefully we can get some bullishness. My block list goes deep on YouTube, bro. I feel like if we try to long today, we'll get smoked. Oh no, I'm not going to try to long. I will only long if I see a setup. I'm not going to force into a position. Odds are it's probably going to continue to chop, but I mean, dump a little bit, but I'm going to stay on until my cutoff time because you never know, right? You never know. You really do never know, chat. And if you get off before your cutoff time and see your setup after, you're going to be super tilted. Friday's always short. And then 2 PA and then a reverse back up. Don't never say always, chat. Just because it's a specific day doesn't mean it always does something. Reddit's down 23% in one day. That is crazy. How big of a company is Reddit? 100 billion? Oh, it's only $26 billion company. This 4-hour candle right here. Where are we in right now? See, the fact is we haven't even traded into any inefficiency yet. We've just been taking out all these lowers. This is liquidity lows. And why wouldn't the profile price action, accumulation, manipulation, distribution? I clearly see that profile. That's okay. So there's, I done this explanation before. But basically, there is a big bubble, small bubble, and then a little bubble. This is your bias. This is your narrative. This is your entry. You need to get a line that draws straight through it for you to get into a position. Not this. Right? Not ignore your bias, trade into your narrative, and get your entry model. A straight line to go through it. When we are completely ripping and we have insane earnings and Amazon is pumping up 15% and we're just ripping right off the bat and we're already up 1.5%, you don't want to anticipate a 2% retracement back to the downside. Odds are people that took the short up here are not holding down here. They closed here because they didn't anticipate this much of a move. We're getting a lot of a bullish reaction here. So when you wait for that system to show up, it's beautiful. If your bias was bearish, then you should have caught the trade. All right, we need to see this 5-minute trade back into the new day opening gap potentially. I'm gonna take off my glasses. My head's hurting. Nvidia filled the daily open. Yep, it filled the daily open. Now look at Nvidia starting to pump again. I mean, I am looking at Apple right now. Apple does not look like it wants to retrace a little bit, so be patient. But we're in this 5-minute gap. Five-minute gap, chat. Still respecting Costco encroachment and see like it wants to look turn down lower. But remember, guys, remember what did it do before reversing? Chat, what did it do before it reversed? Can anybody guess? It created relative equal highs. If this can draw price action up higher, we can invert these gaps, trade it back above the new day opening gap. I could be bullish again. But I need to go up here. This is still any instant zone where it can just chop, 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 dump. Nvidia's starting to pump. Look at this. Nvidia fills up the whole new day opening gap, and now it's starting to pump again. Meta's starting to pump again. Microsoft not pumping. It looks like it's dumping a little bit. Markets are changing a little bit though. All right, Dell's starting to pump again. All the semis are starting to pump again. AMD's starting to pump again. Nvidia's up almost 1% now. Reversal's coming in, guys. But y'all didn't want to have the patience. Let's see, we need to invert these gaps up here. If we convert that upper 5 minute, we're in a long. Like this, chat. By the way, guys, everyone like up that stream. Let's go. We got 2.3, 2.5 R. Don't get into, do not touch that long button, chat. Do not touch that long button anywhere in this area. You are asking to catch a falling knife. You are literally watching 800 knives fall on your face, and you're trying to stand there and catch them all. If you try to take a long in this area. Like, that is just death. Wait for it to invert gaps, okay? Wait for it to invert the gaps. Oh, it's my birthday for my YouTube channel. 4 years. Here we go. Breaking the first 5 minute gap here. Stop loss is too big. Why is your stop? What do you mean by your stop loss is too big? There's no such thing as stop loss being too big, bro. My stop loss is 161 points, but it's still 2.53 R. Don't engage in this right now, guys. Wait for it to break back above the new day opening gap if you want to look for longs. Okay. Wait for it to break back above the new day opening gap. This could easily just reverse still. That's not enough bullish price action for us to get into a long. 2.5 R is horrible. What world do you live in, bro? You good? You're not happy with 2.5 R, then I don't know what your win rate is. Let's bank. Hopefully we can get that movement to the upside. But I'm also keeping an eye, chat, because what it could do is it could expand right here and then invert the gap, and that could go do a nice short entry down to the lows. But we'll see. This is catching a falling knife right now, so don't get into longs until it pushes up to this level. But see how quickly everyone's mindset shifted from, oh, we have a potential entry coming up. See how quickly your mindset shifted from being in a negative mood down here to being like, oh, we have a potential entry coming up. That mental shift is not healthy. You want to stay in the same mental throughout your entire trading day. What's up? Ugh. Okay, we're coming up shortly here. Patientes. I'm not taking a long until we invert back up here. We got relative equal highs. It's 10.25. Maybe even we can go up to these relative equal highs up here too. Midnight open. So if we even see a smaller trade, we can go for that intraday, but we'll see. Wow. That is crazy. Still respecting this 5-minute gap, guys. Don't engage. Nvidia is pushing down a little bit lower here. Apple down 10. Seeing a $4 trillion company being down 10% is scary, chat. Scary. Apple had the love of its life for being in all-time highs for the past few bit, but then it just died. Let's look back at Nvidia. Nvidia, you can see, is starting to dump again. You can see this 5-minute gap is getting respected fairly well. If we're going to continue bearish, you're going to be like, Ben, what is the draw? And the draw to me is down here. But right now, if you look closely, wait, hold on. If you look closely, look at this 1-minute fair value gap it's reacting to. Right there, chat. Look at that. Look how many times it bounced off that. I think we could potentially get something here coming up soon, chat. Coming up shortly. I think we can potentially find something. What is Google doing? I haven't looked at Google. Google's up 4%. What the heck? Yo. W Google call out, bro. Bro, the markets have been crazy recently. It's been dumping 1%, pumping 1%, consolidating for two hours, pumping, dumping, all in the span of one day. Like, if we get a reversal, you know how crazy that's going to be to look at? A 1% move up, 2% move down, 2% move up. Like, bro, I mean, it's probably gonna happen too. That's the funny part, is like, it looks like it's gonna happen. All right, we're retesting, starting to invert this 5-minute. We have 1 minute to invert this lower 5-minute, and then we want to turn up above this 5-minute, and then we're in a long. Look at Bitcoin. Yeah, it's just ugly. I don't like crypto. Nvidia's starting to turn up again. Starting to catch some higher highs here. Looking at that 1-minute fair value gap getting respected nicely. Still not enough information for us to get into a long just yet, chat. Not enough information for us to get into a long just yet, but we have something coming up soon. We have something coming up soon, chat. Nvidia is now positive 1%. Meta's not pushing up yet. Microsoft's still dumping. These two are still dumping. Want to see a potential reversal on those. Look at the semis. You can see Dell slightly starting to push back up higher now. In terms of AMD is starting to push up higher. We have a potential semiconductor reversal here. Could cause a nice bullish rally. Midday reversal. Do we need displacement? Yes, we need speed to the upside for us to engage. This is still catching a falling knife. We're close though. We see, look at this 5-minute inversion fair value gap that we just got. Right? So if we break above this entry up here, we have a long. It's probably not going to be that crazy because look at the size of the stop loss. It's only going to be 2 micros of position. But I look how much it lacks speed. That's why I'm not getting into a position right now, guys. It lacks the speed. It lacks the speed to continue up higher. It's slow. You don't want to engage in that. A little bit of bullishness coming in shortly. There we go. That's what I like to see. We're trading into this higher 5-minute gap now. See how we react to this gap here. See how we're rejecting off that 5-minute? Why? See why it's important to wait for both fair value gaps to get inverted? Look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA's starting to turn up though. I mean, it's pushing down as I'm saying that, but want to see a little bit more speed here with these semis. Let's look at ES. Look at that hourly on ES. Look at that hourly on ES, chat. Look at that. Look at the hourly on NQ. So many inefficiencies here that we want to see break. Then this big gray box is the new day opening gap. Once we can break above the new day opening gap, we should be good. Should be good if we can break above the new day opening gap, chat. Let's see this. We're getting that bullishness though. We are getting that bullishness slowly but surely. NVIDIA is starting to push up to the highs. I wish there were single stock futures out already. I would be trading NVIDIA right now. Single stock futures is going to be ridiculous, by the way, chat. It's going to be ridiculous. Look at Amazon. Look, we're slowing down a lot right now. We're consolidating in this new day opening gap a little bit. Why? Well, I'm a lot better at trading single stocks anyways because I'm a really good option trader. And then I couple that with the futures and the prop firms. Oh, I aren't even ready for it. What do you think about trading ICT, intraday trailing drawdown? I mean, same with any other model. Like intraday it's tough. You got to build the buffer. On the lower time frame, I think midnight open can easily get pushed too. Looks like NVIDIA's in this lower gap down here, right here, that you can see. Looks like it wants to rally up higher. Trading into this lower gap down here on that 1 minute as well. If we look at the lower time frame, that could be a clean entry, but still catching a falling knife until we invert these two gaps. So I know it's my cutoff time, but I do think I can catch an entry very soon. So I'm not going to get off yet. Patience is everything, guys. There we go. There we go, chat. That is what I've been looking for. Look at NVIDIA. Look at the semis. Where is it? Intel, 2.6%. It's coming out of this accumulation. Look at Amazon pumping. Here comes that midday reversal. You look like Tory trades. What? Okay, we're in this 5 minute gap right now. We need to see this inverted. Throw the Versace shades on there in my car. All right, what am I looking for here? 5-minute inefficiency needs to get inverted. Once we can invert that 5-minute inefficiency, we can shift structure to the upside. So far, it's a slow grind. Looks like it still wants to continue down lower until it doesn't. NVIDIA is pushing up higher. What, 1.34%? I want to see a little bit more speed to the upside. What's holding it down right now? Apple's holding it down. What is Apple doing? It's probably consolidating a little bit to the downside. Yeah. Semis are pushing. Meta's turning down a little bit lower. Microsoft having a little bit of a midday pump here. NVIDIA is pumping right now. NVIDIA is pumping, which is going to cause the market to push up. I think NVIDIA can revisit the highs of the day, which can cause a potential rally back up to midnight open here. Starting to push back up above. Maybe we can trade into this 1-minute inefficiency here. We're going to get rid of these gaps because we already know we inverted that 5-minute. You can see we're in this lower gap right here. We're also in a 15-minute inefficiency, so I'm going to mark out this 15-minute. If we can push up above to the upper half of it. Yeah, see now, oh, I'm getting bullish. This is making me bullish here, chat. Something like this. I want to see these relative equal highs taken as a partial, and then midnight open as a target. I'm gonna get in here. Just gotta wait for a little bit for better reaction. Also like how we're inverting that 5-minute gap right there. We inverted it beautifully. Markets look like they want to retest back up to midnight open here. We could go to midnight open and consolidate. I could also leave a runner for the highs, but I like how it's continuing to make bullish structure and it's completely ignoring these higher time frame fair value gaps. Like you look at this 5-minute, we're pushing up to the upper half of it. I'm gonna see if I can wait as long as possible for this 1 minute for the 5-minute to body and see if it can body above that 5-minute gap up there. But right now you can see we're trading in a 5-minute fair value gap right here. I'll also mark out this 5-minute gap. And you can see it's rejecting off consequent encroachment. So if you look at that 1 minute, you can see consequent encroachment is being rejected from that upper 5-minute gap that I want to see be inverted. So far, let's see if we can trade into this lower 1 minute and then push that up higher. You can see NVIDIA still holding that bullish bias, but it's giving a little bit of retracement legs before it goes. So it's in more of a high resistance clear run, but you can see we just dipped into that 1 minute fair value gap and we instantly had a bullish reaction right off the start of it. Let's see if we can break structure to this high. Maybe I am related to Tory trades, guys. All right. It's cut risk, by the way, guys. Cut risk. $15-minute. Still looks like it wants to be respected and pushed to the downside. NVIDIA looks like it's still wanting to push up higher. I see NVIDIA going back to the high of the day. I see Meta potentially going back to this high. I see Microsoft potentially going back even to the high of the day there. I do see a potential reversal. Maybe not to the high highs. I hope it does. That would be great. We'll leave a good runner for that. But I do see at least going back up to midnight open here. You can see it's reacting off that 1 minute gap. I'm going to get back into a long here. Looking at NVIDIA, like we have those relative equal highs there on NVIDIA. And then we're going to jump to the ES really quickly. You can see ES is trying to trade up higher, pushing up higher. New 5-minute candle formed and it bodied inside of it. It's a little bit higher probability for us. You can see what one thing I'm paying attention to is we're still rejecting that 5-minute gap on the 5-minute. On NQ, I mean. So just being patient, but we can have a setup coming up shortly. No, I'm not going to trade on ES. Yeah, that's one thing I'm not loving is the volume. That's why I'm not going up here, but I am going to get into a long here, guys. One second. I'm locked in right now. I'm locked in, chat. To me, it looks like it's just going to turn down from this 15-minute gap and continue down lower to sell side down here. I'm going to get rid of this tool. I'm locked in. Right now, I'm still bearish. That's why I'm not getting into a trade. I need to see those 5-minute gaps inverted for me to be bullish, and then I can get into a position. But so far, it's still a bearish reaction. Like, look at the 15-minute being respected. Look at the 5-minute being respected there. Like, if I get this tool out here, structure the lows there. I'm shorting here, guys. We got an inversion. It's going back down to the lows. Look at the 15-minute reaction. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Maybe I am kidding. Oh, I'm probably going to get it here. I just need to see my confirmation. But it needs to invert this gap right here. That's what I'm looking at. Because NVIDIA could easily just trade into this gap, then turn back up higher, and the market's just going to rip up higher again and slowly chop up. This is a manipulation leg. I know it inverted that 1-minute gap after trading to a higher time frame inefficiency and consolidated under consequent encroachment of the higher time frame fair value gap. But for some reason, I have a feeling that this 15-minute candle is going to end up here. It's just going like that, manipulating a little bit, then it's going to close. We'll see. I need to see a better retest on these lows. It can't wick it re-equalize. It has to break past it. I'm also looking at NVIDIA. NVIDIA needs to break that fair value gap right there. It looks like it still wants to continue back up higher. I'm telling you guys, we're going to catch a trade here. I don't know why I have this tool here. Forgive me. I'm not in a position. My question is, it created relative equal lows there, so it's probably going to go retest that. Look at ES and look at NVIDIA reacting off that lower fair value gap. Imagine I just like close my eyes and go like this. Super tight. 4R. I know some people do that. I used to do that when I was unprofitable. Whenever I'd not catch a trade for like a whole hour, I'd be so tempted to get in a position, I'd just close my eyes and take a trade. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, the reason, look at NVIDIA. It traded into this gap. It looks still bullish here. Guys, we got to see this 5-minute get broken. I cannot long when this 5-minute is being respected of consequent encroachment like that so well. I just can't long there. Like, I have to wait. I can't. There's no way. Good morning, Bella. I do think midnight open is a very reasonable target here. And with NVIDIA turning up, Meta's turning up as well. Microsoft slightly starting to turn up. I keep hearing the word turn up, like the food, every time I say turn up. But look at that 15-minute gap, you know, like it's consolidating right now, but I do think we're going to get some sort of movement coming up shortly. See that we're consolidating in what? That new day opening gap. New day opening gap consolidation. Look at that hourly candle though. See, NVIDIA is still rejecting to push up higher here. It's causing a little bit of consolidation. We'll be patient. Not a fan of this price action right now. I mean, I'm still a fan of it. I think it's just temporary reaccumulation. The 15-minute gap's being respected here. It's accumulating right now. We need to wait for a breakout of this accumulation. We just need to wait for a breakout of this accumulation, chat. Patience. Look Look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA's in a high resistance liquidity run. It's just chopping, but it is turning up. So turn up. All right, can we invert this 5 minute? We're getting a little bit of speed here. Can we hold this for 3 minutes and turn up and invert that 5 minute? We have a new 15 minute candle. Beautiful. All right, this is getting us into a long here. This is getting us into a long here. Look at NVIDIA pushing. Ugh, not a good body reaction. Gotta be patient. Wow, this is boring, bro. It's taking so long to get into a position. Oh, yes is a lot stronger right now. Okay, break above this 5 minute. We have 2 minutes. Still consolidating. I've been bullish the whole time, brother. When I said I was bearish, I was just joking. Been bullish the entire time. Let's see. I'm only bearish if I meant to say bullish. I'm only bearish if we body below and start turning lower off that 15 minute. Not taking longs just yet. Need to see more confirmation. We're really close to a long. Really close. Long. Yeah, I'm longing now, chat. We're at my fill level.
Order filled.
I want to see speed up here. I know I longed at the exact high, but I'm anticipating us to break out. Stop loss is too low. Okay, we'll leave a runner as well to the highs, see if we can leave one contract for that. 5 minute has been inverted. NVIDIA is starting to push up towards the highs. When NVIDIA takes its high, I'm probably going to scale out. Cut risk, by the way, guys. Not a bad reaction. I want to see NVIDIA still turn up. You can see Meta is giving us a little bit of a push here as well. Google is holding this fairly well. Look at Google, man. Lovely reaction there on Google. I want to see a little bit more speed here, guys. I want to see some speed. We're pushing. We're in that 1050 macro now. Notice how we're in that 1050 macro and we're starting to go in that bullish direction. I want to see speed. Look at that 15 minute getting inverted there. Speed is everything, guys. I want to see speed, 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 speed. We're in that 1050 macro. We don't need to be chopping. We don't need to turn back down to these lows. Now, don't drag your stop loss aggressively here, because what's one thing you can pay attention to, and with price action, you can see that price action has been inverting on NVIDIA, but then turning back up higher. You can see price action has been turning down, then higher. So we can still push down back into this, I don't know how to speak, into that gap. But as long as we can body above that 15 minute, our trade is still valid. Look at NVIDIA, bro, almost up 2% and still ripping. Look at ES. ES is still consolidating, not consolidating, turning up higher. Look, it's the ES 1 hour candle, chat. The ES 1 hour candle is now bullish. And you told me that, and y'all told me that this was the distribution. No, bro, this is the distribution. This bullish rally is going to be the distribution. This was the manipulation. Y'all want to call me crazy, bro. Look at that hourly candle on ES. Y'all want to call me crazy, but we're about to get the most craziest bullish rally in the world. Today's live took a lot of energy out of me though, for my patience. Whenever I'm patient, like you guys don't understand what goes through behind my mind whenever I'm waiting for my setup. Whenever my setup takes a little bit longer than usual, it like mentally it's kind of exhausting because I have to constantly tell myself like Ben, in my mind I tell myself these things over and over again. It's like talking to yourself for the past hour and a half. Look how Nvidia is slightly pushing down lower, but look how the Nasdaq is not doing that. That means that other markets, Google up 5.3% is pushing us up. Google and Amazon being up like this is really helpful. You can see Meta's, Microsoft's dumping a little bit. You see Nvidia's into a retracement there. We should see a little bit speed coming. I think what's going to happen is we're going to get an 11 a.m. push. We're in that 1050 macro. We should see some more bullish distribution, but we should see an 11 a.m. push. Like we should see some speed. We've been accumulating for a while now. The speed has been slow. Now that we've turned up, we should see a little bit of a push here. My thing is I just want to wait 7 minutes. If we can invert this 15-minute gap in 7 minutes, then I'm good. But if we start trading below and we're still here, the trade's probably cooked. That's why I did cut risk though. I cut risk because a lot of movement has already happened and it's a Friday. So if I lose this trade, I'm still closing this week up in profit. And that's from Monday. From one position, chat, from one trade, this whole week has been a profitable week. That is called risk management, bro. Want to see a better speed reaction to the upside here. You can see Nvidia starting to push up higher. Like, I mean, I guess Apple is what's causing it to just be slow right now. Apple's consolidating. Semis are starting to turn out. Dell's getting a little bit of a retracement to the downside though. But Nvidia. All right, I don't like how we're not getting speed here, guys. Look at that bullish 5-minute body reaction, inverting both of these fair value gaps. Both of these inversion fair value gaps has been confirmed on that 5-minute chart. We should have nothing to do but bullishness. I'm gonna get rid of this new day opening gap. I'm gonna draw this lower 5-minute. We should have nothing to do but bullishness right now. Look at these reactions. Like this should be straight bullishness. Now remember, my main take profit is minute open, guys. So it's more of like a 1.6 RR trade that I'm going for. Because look what's right above midnight open, chat. Look what is right above midnight open. That 5-minute gap. I don't like this reaction that we're getting, but I think Nvidia is just retracing a little bit. I do strongly think that Nvidia is going to go back to the high of the day here. Then I mean, like ES is a lot better. If we look at ES, having a little bit of retracement here on the ES, but look how much higher ES is. Trading in this 1-minute gap. Remember guys, if we close this 5-minute, this 15-minute inside of this 15-minute fair value gap, I'm getting out, even if it's not at my stop loss. Nvidia is giving us a harsh dump here, but we're in a 5-minute now. Whoops, why does it do that? We're in a 5-minute. Actually, I got to mark it down here because there's a volume imbalance. We're in a 1-minute gap there. I'm going to stay on the 15-minute or the 5-minute. We're looking at Nvidia. You see, hopefully we can push up from this. I think Nvidia can maybe turn down just a little bit lower into that volume imbalance. But the market's following Nvidia to the T right now. Google's up 5.3%, continuously making higher highs here. Had a little bit of a retracement leg there. Not good on Nvidia there. That's not good for us. Only down 260 right now. Remember guys, no matter what happens, the reason why I'm cutting risk so much right now is because I made like about $10,000 on Monday. I lost about like $3,000 on, what was it, Wednesday. And then today, if I lose, I'm still in profit on the week. And then I'm just going to close the week. That rally down is not good. Been a tough month for me, not going to lie, chat. Been a tough month. But we should still be fine. Like, I'm paying attention. It's trading back down to this rejection block wicks. like I said, it wanted to fill out that volume imbalance on Nvidia. We should still see bullishness because I still see the high of the day for Nvidia getting traded too. Right, like for me personally, like I don't think we're in a bad position. We're only in a bad position if we 15-minute candle in 3 minutes closes down here. Then we're in a bad position. Then I'm out. But like I think Nvidia is going to give us a pump here. Traded and overlap that volume imbalance. I'd be pretty surprised if Nvidia wants to turn down off that fair value gap. Right, I'd be pretty surprised if that happens. I do think Nvidia is going to give us a little bit of a pump coming up until 11 a.m. Just like I said, we manipulate prior to 11 a.m. 11 a.m. new hourly open is probably going to give us a pump here. We look at the 15-minute chart on NQ as well. Like we're still staying above that 50% of that 15-minute, and we have 2 minutes to body and give us an inversion. So you see Nvidia is giving us a little bit of movement. It did overlap that volume balance, like I said. So, and remember, this trade is higher resistance to clear run, so you want to keep a bigger stop loss. You don't want to see how I didn't trail my stop loss. Like you don't want to trail your stop loss in this type of trade. Something you just sit and hold. All right, looking at the 5-minute, looks pretty bullish here on the 5-minute. I do think minute open is going to get traded too at least. So I'm going to take majority of my partials off at minute open, but I am going to leave a contract runner or account for the high of the day. Because it is only 11 and we can get a PM rally. Interesting trade, guys. We need to see this 15-minute be respected. If we can, not respected, be disrespected. If we can invert this 15-minute gap, then we're good. I'm holding the trade no matter what happens. But if we displace and we're closed down here like below 50%, then we're cooked. But if for example, if in a minute and 30 seconds this 15-minute chart closes and we're just like right at the high there, then it's fine. But if we're down below consequent encroachment, then I gotta get out. Like I can't hold that. Right now, Nvidia is chopping a little bit. It's respecting this 1-minute gap. If we can invert this 1-minute gap, we're good. Especially if we can invert this 1-minute gap before the new 15-minute, before 11 a.m. If we can invert this 1-minute gap before 11 a.m., sweet. Let's look at ES real quickly. ES is starting to invert this 1-minute gap, which is beautiful. ES is definitely a lot higher of a market. Trade into a 5-minute gap, turning back up higher. I see ES going to the high of the day. I see ES going to the relative equal highs of 930. Honestly, ES was probably the play to take along here. Oh, no. This is Nvidia. All right, we have 30 seconds, chat. This is really the make or break of the trade here, guys. Make or break of the trade here. 15-minute inversion or not. Take my hands off the keyboard, relax. Wait 30 seconds. I'm glad that we are... Like, we should see some bullishness here in the last 10 seconds of this candle. 5 seconds, we should see some bullishness. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just like I said, guys. Not a bad body reaction on that 15-minute. It didn't body below consequent encroachment. It did body just a little bit under it, but it's still valid. Want to see some bullishness. This new hourly candle should bring a speed to the upside. If it doesn't, then... Like, look at that hourly candle. You're telling me all of that manipulation is not giving us enough volume to turn up to at least midnight open? Like, come on, chat. Maybe, you know what we need? We need the magic wand. We need the magic wand. That's what we need. Nvidia's accumulating right now. It's following Nvidia. It's literally, that's what it does usually when it trades into the lunch. It just starts following Nvidia. Meta's starting to push up higher, which is nice. Meta's going back up to the high of the day. Microsoft's inverting though. Microsoft is dumping. That's what's probably holding it back. Google's up almost 6% right now, guys. It's not a good reaction, but we gotta anticipate that it's gonna be a high resistance liquidity run, and we're just gonna chop for a little bit. I see us going back to midnight open. Look at ES. I think ES is decoupling a little bit right now. I mean, it's definitely a lot higher. That's for sure. But no matter what, I want you guys to take away from this entire stream. What have I been doing the entire stream? I've been staying patient and I've been managing my risk. No matter what, this week was a profitable week just from that big Monday short that I caught. That's what's important. So this week was decent just because of that big Monday trade, but it was a very boring week, I would say. I might go get sushi after this. Low-key. Craving some sushi, chat. What do you think, guys? What roll should I get with sushi? I love the wicks that we're getting, but NVIDIA needs to stop playing games and start giving us some more distribution. What sushi should I get? If Trump tweets, imagine. What's up, Lumi? I'm gonna get the green dragon. No green onion cream cheese. That I've never had a hand roll. I only have the actual rolls. Come on, midnight open. I mean, we aren't really like NVIDIA starting to reverse here. It's into this 15-minute gap now. I see NVIDIA at the high of the day. Excuse me. How's your week, Lumi? Mine was decent. We're profitable on this week no matter what happens with this trade, so that's good. It's from that big Monday short. Where is it? It was from this short on Monday. I caught the entire range, set out the tone for the rest of the week. I'm green too. Nice. Did you catch shorts today? I swear I saw you catch shorts today. NVIDIA's starting to reverse off that 15-minute gap. Let's see if it can invert this 1-minute gap. If it can invert this 1-minute gap right here, we're good. If we can invert this 1-minute gap on NVIDIA, we should be chilling. Higher time frame inefficiency, sell side liquidity sweep, internal range liquidity sweep down here. Should see some speed to the upside. I mean, it's 11:10 macro. Like, we should get a little bit more speed than this. How do I get rid of trust issues in my relationship? It's a you thing, my man. Like, I mean, it could also be your partner. When I'm in a relationship with the right person, I don't feel like that. But whenever I'm in a relationship with someone that isn't mature, I get trust issues. So it goes both ways. But just have your morals and stand on it. And if she doesn't follow your morals, then find somebody else. Check general on Discord. Y'all have been patient watching this stream, huh? We've been streaming for a while. We deserve the win. Come on. The patience has been brutal. Beautiful short, bro. Bro, what is this guy doing? Helping Ben get TP. Yo. Slow PA, I know. Look at Google, bro. I'm so happy about Google. And I bought more of it yesterday. A little bit disappointed on Meta not being crazy the day after, but not Meta, Microsoft. Let me check what my options are doing. Okay, so I'm up $7,600 today on options. Wow, this trade is killer, guys. I'm sorry, like this trade is boring. Nvidia, can you do something? You traded into a 15-minute gap. I think it's time for you to do something as in this 11:10 macro. I'm to the Dominican Republic. I was there not that long ago. Last day of the month. Yeah, I know. Finally, this shit month is over though, chat. This month was terrible. Everyone that I know trades power of 3 had a shit month. Like, not a shit month. It's not a bad month. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's not an unprofitable straight losing streak month. It's a dry month. It's a boring, dry win, loss, win, loss, win, win, loss, loss, break even, no trade, no trade, no trade, win, loss, just dry month. Look at this 4-hour candle, guys. Look at the wick on that 4-hour. Low-key boring even month. I know. It's been a boring month. Like, we barely made any money. If we win this trade, it'll help. But we barely made any money this month. It was just straight plateau. Well, on options, we had a great month. But on futures, it's just a plateau month. Just boring, stale, bland. Whenever I hear the word bland, I think of Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, we're starting to turn down on that. I'm not loving that. I mean, like, Nvidia's consolidating this higher time frame in 15 minutes. I do think we can turn up there, but that might be a PM thing. Might be a PM session thing. We'll see. Nvidia's starting to push a little bit lower here. Still in a high resistance liquidity run. I do like my stop loss placement, so we should be fine, but let's look at ES really quickly. We're reacting off that 15-minute. We have a lower 15-minute there on ES though. And it's a BPR as well. Is that the same thing on MNQ? Well, let me check NQ just in case it's a little bit off as well. No, NQ is turning down on the, kind of inverting that 15-minute. We have the relative equal high. What the fuck? What is this? We have the relative equal highs up there. I mean, like on the 5-minute, let's back to ES real quick. ES is consolidating this 5-minute with a bunch of wicks here. See where this 5-minute closes. This is a new 5-minute candle. Closes a little bit bearish, which isn't the greatest reaction, but should see a little bit more speed to the upside now that Nvidia should, like, Nvidia should push up higher off this 15-minute efficiency. Should see Nvidia push up higher. See what other markets are doing. I mean, Nvidia is what markets are following. Oh, this, I can't listen to the song. Copyright strike. Bruh. Hope I don't get copyright strike. Still consolidating in that 15-minute. We also got a 5-minute inversion here. A beautiful 5-minute inversion with Nvidia. There's a lot of reasons for it to just consolidate here for a bit, then turn up. But I do see Nvidia potentially giving us a nice spike to the upside. It's consolidating in the upper quadrant. Let's see where this 1-minute bodies. Because look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 1-minute candles have body above consequent encroachment. This one broke it. It's not looking like it wants to respect that 15-minute. Oh, there's a volume imbalance down there. So this is the 15-minute. So we just touched consequent encroachment of that 15-minute. So if it's going to react to it, it should push up higher now. Let's go back to MNQ. Yeah. Well, how much should I risk? Like 450 on the trade? I think so. No, it'd be 500 flat. So if we lose this, how much am I up on the month? Let me see. I started the month of balance at... Not the month, sorry, the week. $2,000. $2,000 on the week. That's not even, bro. Ugh. Midweek. If we lose this, we'll make $2,000 on the week and I'll close. I mean, it's good risk management, but shit week, shit month, just boring.
Stop field.
Yeah, we're out. All right, guys, closing the week up 2K. Don't want to chase anything else. I don't even think it's going to go back down to the lows. I wouldn't want to get into a short here. I don't think it's going to go down there. I'm going to close the week. We're going to finish in prayer. How much money did you lose on my meta position? I'm still in my meta position, actually. I'm in the negatives for sure. My meta position is definitely in the negatives. My fill price is like 610, but we're good. I made also a lot of money because my Google and Microsoft options have been doing really well. I'm going to close the week and we're closing the month. I have to get my data to tell you how much I'm up on the month. But I'm closing the week up $2,000 the month. I'm pretty sure I'm just shy of break even. I think not shy. I'm just above break even on the month. Shit month, but it's over now, guys. It is over. Look at this. Oh, look at this pump. Look, chat. Watch. It's probably NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA's reacting to the 15-minute. Yeah. All right, fellas. I'm going to jump off. Negative 500. I got to stop break even because I saw the reversal. Sadly, good risk management. Yeah, we'll be back, guys. Listen, it's tough, but dry streaks are normal. Dry streaks are normal. Where's the best to buy Bitcoin? I don't know. I don't trade Bitcoin. Let's finish in prayer, guys. Where's the music? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for another amazing day and opportunity, Lord. Please be with us, protect us, and forgive us for our sins. Remind us that everything happens for a reason. Thank you for another amazing blessing and opportunity to spread your word in Jesus Christ's whole amazing name we pray. Amen. All right, chat. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. God bless. I'll see you guys next week. It's probably going to rip up higher back to midnight open now that I got wicked out, but whatever. I don't care. Closing the week up 2K. Stay disciplined, chat. We'll be live at 9:20 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, Monday.